Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there are so many things Ruto said at the funeral of the late CDF France Ogolla, and some people are about to believe William Ruto. But before you believe William Ruto, there is one statement he said which seems to be a lie in reference to his own daughter. So, this is the issue here. Ruto's daughter wanted to go to the funeral. But it's like Ruto did not want her to go. So he stopped her. But before he realized, the daughter was in the funeral. So he was surprised how she got there. And this is how his story is going. That his daughter called him and she asked two requests to him. Number one, she wanted to go to Ogolla's funeral. So she needed an approval from the father. Number two, she wanted to speak or address mourners in that funeral as she arrives there. That was the second request. So two of them. So from Ruto's side, he refused all the requests. He never granted any of those requests. How did it go? This is the response from William Ruto, that there is no way you are going to the funeral. Number two, on the issue of addressing the mourners, that there is no way you are going to speak anywhere. So Ruto did not grant any of the requests to the daughter. But to his surprise, when he reached the funeral, without knowing, her daughter found her way to the funeral. And before she could have noticed, she was already on the microphone speaking. That is William Ruto. I don't know how true is this, but I want to listen to Ruto, then I will take you to some photos that will prove William Ruto wrong. This is going to confirm to you that Ruto, 99% of what he says is lies. He even lies using his own family.
My daughter called me, Charlene, she's here, and she told me I must go to the funeral of General Ogolla. And I want to speak. I told her, Charlene, first, there is no way you are going, and there is no way you are going to speak anywhere. So, but as fate would have it, she found her way here. And before I could notice, she was on the microphone. That is how General Ogolla was influential. Again, let me say this. I had asked my wife that since we were yesterday in Langata, maybe today she can do something else, because she too insisted that I must be at the funeral of General Ogolla to stand by Eileen, because they were a great people to our nation. That is the kind of influence General Ogolla had.
Now, I want us to go to the two photos to confirm what Ruto is telling us. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request. For those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. Subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, when Ruto arrived in Siaya for the funeral, he arrived in Air Force chopper. There are individuals, including the Siaya senator, who received William Ruto. And if you check closely, on the photo that was shared here, Kenya Air Force. You see Orengo, Raymond Omolo PS for Interior, and other people receiving William Ruto. Ruto did not alight from that chopper alone. He had other people who had accompanied him. Next to William Ruto, there is someone with a wig, but her face is not clear. But you can see, if you check closely, that there is a possibility this is Charlene Ruto, the daughter to William Samoei Ruto. Don't be confused. Charlene Ruto did not come here to receive her father. In this instant, possibility of Charlene Ruto arriving with the father in the chopper is inevitable. 90% Charlene Ruto arrived with the father in this very same Kenya Air Force chopper. This is the person Ruto is saying that he was not aware how she managed to reach there. And before you could have noticed that she's in the crowd, she was already on the microphone. How do you notice like that when this is the person you have arrived with in this funeral? And now to confirm a clear photo so that you can understand this is Charlene Ruto, just go to the next photo where now Gachagua, William Ruto, and behind you can see Rachel Ruto and Charlene Ruto. They are now arriving in the funeral. Red carpet. Gachagua now receiving Ruto. So you can see clear the person in the other photo in the wig that was not much clear, finally and definitely is none other than Charlene Ruto that President William Ruto was talking about. A person should not grant her request to come to the funeral. A person she was not aware that she was in the funeral. She's in his company. She alighted from the same chopper that Ruto was in also. This alone is enough reason for you not to believe what Ruto said in that funeral. For me, I am convinced beyond any reasonable doubt that Ruto lied in most of his statements in that funeral. He lies with confidence. He has a PhD in lies. There is evidence to prove that 90% Ruto left his house together with the first lady and the daughter to this funeral. But he gets to the funeral and he starts lying. He lays a foundation of lies, then he proceeds to lie to everyone, even using his own family. Just to prove a point to the public that indeed my own family loved the late Francis Ogolla. You don't need to tell us how your family loves so and so. The public can see, they can analyze, and they can get the truth. So don't struggle to tell us that indeed your family was touched and too much close to Francis Ogolla because of his service to the people by using lies. So because he wanted to put a point, he had to derive lies to justify what he wanted to tell the public. And that's what we are seeing. So this photo confirms a lot that the lies were well prepared earlier. Inakwanga imepanga, hakuji tu kusema uongo. So there was time to deliver lies, but the photos are exposing him. Ama nataka atuambie ya kwamba Charlene alikuja kumpokea. That's not her duty. There's no way. Yeye waliambatana kutoka nyumbani, and this photo is very clear. It is showing. No wonder even the photographer was keen to make sure that Charlene's face is not clear or appearing properly somewhere in that photo near that chop. And that's exactly what happened. But Kenyans are very clever. DCI ni wengi huku. They can dig deeper and bring something to expose you. And that's exactly what Kenyans have done. So in this photo, you can see. You have to read everything in what Ruto is telling you. If you're not careful, you will buy into lies. So we are here to destroy the lies and shed light so that Kenyans can understand the man who was addressing them, if indeed he was truthful in his statement. So a man who goes to the funeral and lies, he goes, what can you trust from him? Even the investigation he's talking about and the issue to do with his relation with the late and what he believes about this, you can't buy into that. We just leave it to tuachie Mungu wa manani. Jamii ishasema maneno yao. But Oburu Odinga stood up to defend the bloggers and stand with the truth. Tulingojea kuona a young member of parliament standing in defense of bloggers when they were attacked by the Sun because he was told to do so. But it's only Oburu Odinga who stood in that gap to defend bloggers and say the truth as it is. Stand with the truth. Ashame the devil. Insist on investigation. Period. Because it is not just only for ogolla. Other people are going to come in this office. They will face the same. So no one is on ogolla so much. It is in the office that he occupied. There are officers, once you decide to take that role, you become a public figure. Therefore, public interest comes in. So I don't know your views about this photo, but that is it. So thank you so much. See you in the next video, but let us meet in the comment section to continue with the discussion.